Greetings, YouTube. This is a for-profit game, right? So they've got to figure out unique ways to raise money and get revenue. That makes perfect sense, right? Any mobile game is like that. Marvel Contest of Champions is no different, and I always say that what I really appreciate about this game, and I first heard this comment made on a Dork Lessons live stream years ago, and it really stuck with me, was that this is one of those rare games that doesn't give you an ad, like in between arena fights. It's very clean. It feels like a PC game or a console game where you're not fighting with advertisements every time you jump screens, and that makes for a much more pleasant experience. And I'm sure they could do that. I'm sure they could sell a crazy amount of space for advertising revenue, but they don't. And so they have to make up that money in different ways, from monthly subscriptions to things like, of course, featured Cavalier Crystals. So Platinumpool is getting ready to duel is a fascinating new marketing strategy and new revenue stream for Kabam that is combining different aspects of the game into one attempt to get this 5-star champion. Now, I do want to say off the top that if there was a chance for a 6-star Platinumpool, I do believe that would be more hype. I still think, even with the best of 5 stars, so many in-game players I know are pushing to figure out how they can get their 6 stars to rank 3 faster. And once you rank 3 a few 6 stars, rank 5ing a 5-star just feels like a step backward, even if it's a exciting trophy champ. That's why so many people I know weren't even pumped about 5-star Wolverine coming into the game, because they had hoped that it happened before the Act 6 exploration rewards were a thing, or certainly the Abyss completion and exploration rewards were a thing. So, let's break this down and see what we think. To become one of the first to own the fabulous Platinumpool, be sure to keep an eye on the Incursion Store, Black ISO Market, Unit Store, login offers, and monthly events from August to October, which is a long time, right? That's 2 months. Limited time fabulous bundles will become available for summoners who have become uncollected by completing Act 5, Chapter 2 and being at least level 40. Each fabulous bundle will include one of the 5 pieces of the fabulous one and more. So the goal kind of reminds me of like the OG Power Rangers, where you had to combine 5 pieces to form one Megazord. I know that's a dated reference, but somebody out there hopefully will appreciate it. The Unit Store Fabulous One piece will be included in a bundle for the same cost as Black Panther's Treasure. So keep in mind, the same cost as Black Panther's Treasure. That's $50 American. That's a lot of money. That's the same price as you can get a lot of games for on console, certainly used games. I've been told, because I haven't bought a new console system, though I think they might change to the PlayStation 5, that when you download a game now, it's like $60 or $70. So that is definitely a change from when you used to get a an actual just hard copy of the game, like at Walmart, for example. Which is what I used to do because, well, I'm old. So Black Panther's Treasure that's $50. And if you're watching this in, say, Canada, where Kabam is headquartered, you're going to say, Prof, don't say $50. It's much more than $50 for me because of conversion rates of my currency. And my response is, that's true. So if your goal is to get one of 5 pieces in different places, and some of this you can get for free, like, say, the 20,000 artifacts, that doesn't, in theory, take money. You can just grind incursions and build up 20,000 artifacts and get that piece. But if you need all 5 pieces, as I'm reading this, then that means you may need to purchase, at least once, the Fabulous Store, or the Unit Store Fabulous One piece in the Unit Store, which is $50. Now, ultimately, let's say it's the only time you have to purchase anything. Is a 5-star Platinumpool going to be worth $50? And of course, there's going to be added incentives. It's not just going to be that piece. We don't know yet, right? So let's look at the Incursion, for example. Fabulous Incursion Bundle. 8 Fabulous Crystals, 1 understandably swole right arm of the Fabulous One. The Fabulous Crystal guarantees units, which I love that you get units back for that, by the way. With a rare chance at one of the following: the jacked left arm, the understandably swole right arm, the strapping young legs, the beautiful mouth. I feel like I'm reading like MCOC porn. This is making me a little uncomfortable. The ripping torso. What is this, a graphic novel? Starting September 2nd, those who have collected all 5 pieces of the Fabulous One will be able to use those pieces to purchase a special Heart of the Shards crystal from the game store under the feature tab. The Heart of the Shards crystal guarantees the following: a 5-star platinum pool and a special out of 10 possible profile picks, one of the platinum pool profile pictures. For summoners who are unable to collect all 5, which I take to mean free-to-play players, during this release window, we recommend holding onto any pieces you do collect. All Fabulous 1 pieces will return sometime in the future. So maybe I'm reading this wrong. Certainly this wouldn't be the first time. But whenever they post something like the unit store Fabulous 1 piece will be included in a bundle for the same cost as Black Panther's treasure, I take that to mean if you can't afford that bundle, you may be costing yourself a chance to get the 5-star platinum pool. And if that's the case, summoners might think, well, so be it. Free-to-play players, this is a free game. You don't have a right to get this. But I think it's just a bummer if free-to-play players are going to be screwed out of the chance to get a trophy champ because we have this new multiple-tiered system between the Black ISO market, which also Black ISO market, of course, you have to have the monthly subscription to have access to that. That's $10 American minimum, depending on your conversion rate a month. Incursion store, which is free to play. Unit store, which is absolutely not. Login offers, which maybe is for units. And monthly events, which is definitely for free to play players typically as well. So if 3 out of 5 of those areas are free to play friendly, so to speak, but the unit store and the Black ISO market are not, then maybe the best free-to-play players can do is collecting 3 out of 5 pieces, and I can already imagine and anticipate that there are going to be players out there who are really bummed by that. Again, like I started this off, Kabam is trying to figure out new ways to generate revenue. This is kind of a new thing, and I can see its appeal, but I also think, like, if they had made this crystal with an 80% chance at a 5-star platinum pool and a 20% chance at a 6-star, the hype would be much higher. And I'm just going based off of when I ask players who have 100% all content, what they're focused on now, it's 6 stars. It's 6 stars taken to rank 3 and eventually rank 4 and rank 5. And so getting a 5-star of anyone from Wolverine to Platinum Pool just isn't as exciting as it would have been even a year ago. So that is my feedback. Are free-to-play players going to be screwed out? I'm taking this to mean 60% of the time no, but maybe 40% of the time yes. If I'm reading this wrong, I apologize. It's just when you see the unit store Fabulous 1 piece will be included in a bundle for the same cost as Black Panther's treasure, I read that as you're going to have to buy that unit store for Black Panther's treasure to get that piece of the Fabulous 1, and the only way you can do that is with cash. So, sorry, free-to-play players. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully you can still get all 5 pieces at some point without spending cash. But then again, they might be trying to force you to get the Black ISO store access and save up money. I do think the cost of Black Panther's treasure is really quite high. I would maybe say at least bring that down to, say, Star-Lord's loot bag, or at least, if you can't do that, Tony Stark's briefcase. But $50 is just a lot of money, and that's if, before tax, and that's if you spend American dollars in so many countries out there. That's like a day's worth of wages for some people. So thanks for watching, YouTube. Have a good one, and let me know what you think in the comments below.